Imagine a book so massive it takes two people to lift it. A book so legendary, they say it was written in a single, desperate night by a monk who made a pact with the devil to save his own life. This is the Codex Gigas, the giant book, better known to history as the Devil's Bible. And the question that has echoed for centuries is simple. Could one man have truly created this monstrous tome alone? I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is Echoes of the Ancients. Let's start with the sheer, physical reality of it. The Codex Gigas is the largest known medieval manuscript in the world. Its wooden covers are bound in leather, and it stands nearly 3 feet tall, a foot and a half wide, and almost 9 inches thick. It weighs as much as a full-grown Saint Bernard, about 165 pounds. Inside are over 600 pages of vellum, which is prepared animal skin. Historians estimate that creating just the parchment required the skins of roughly 160 donkeys. Now, think about that for a moment. Before a single word was written, someone had to source, prepare, and cure all that material. This wasn't a weekend project. The contents are just as staggering. It's a complete library in one volume. The entire Latin Vulgate Bible, historical works by Josephus, medical texts, a calendar for saints' days, and even a full-page, terrifyingly vivid illustration of the devil himself. The reason for its infamous nickname. The text is written in a remarkably consistent hand, a uniform script that suggests a single, disciplined scribe. The legend, born from a note in the manuscript itself, claims a Benedictine monk broke his vows and was sentenced to be walled up alive. To avoid this grim fate, he promised to write a book containing all human knowledge in one night. As the midnight hour approached, he prayed not to God, but to the fallen angel Lucifer, who finished the book for him, adding a self-portrait as a signature. It's a fantastic story, perfect for a fireside tale. But let's look at the evidence through the eyes of an engineer, which I am by training. Modern analysis suggests the handwriting, while uniform, does show subtle variations in pressure and ink consistency that point to it being written over a much longer period. Experts believe a single, incredibly dedicated scribe could have produced the text, but it would have taken not one night, but decades, perhaps 20 to 30 years of continuous, solitary work. Think of the focus, the endurance. This wasn't a sprint, it was the marathon of a lifetime. So why the devilish legend? Well, the full-page portrait of Satan is unique for its size and prominence in a holy book. It's shocking, and it demands an explanation. The medieval mind often attributed superhuman feats, whether miraculous or diabolical, to things that defied easy understanding. A book of this scale, created by one man, might have simply been beyond belief. The legend provided a cause for the effect. It transformed a monumental act of pious devotion, or perhaps scholarly obsession, into a cautionary tale about ambition and the price of forbidden knowledge. There's a personal reflection here for me. As an entrepreneur and storyteller, we often look at a finished masterpiece, a revolutionary company, a profound book, a stunning work of art, and we crave the simple, dramatic origin story, the overnight success. But the truth is almost always more human and more impressive. It's about the relentless daily labor, the showing up, the consistency over years. The monk behind the Codex Gigas, whose name is lost to us, likely didn't make a pact with the devil. He made a pact with his own discipline. He traded decades of his life for the chance to create something that would outlast him by 1,000 years. In a way, he succeeded. We're still talking about his work, still trying to solve the mystery of his commitment. The Codex Gigas survives today in the National Library of Sweden, a silent witness to one man's unimaginable dedication. It reminds us that our most enduring legends often spring not from magic, but from the very human capacity for extraordinary, sustained effort. The real pact wasn't made in a shadowy cell at midnight. It was made every single morning, with the turning of a new page. This has been Echoes of the Ancients. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi. Our show is produced by Light Studios. Find more stories from the crossroads of history and legend at https://www.lightnotstudios.com. Thank you for listening.